Welcome back to another episode of Coachable Moments. I am your host, Pat GPT, and I wanted to bring you an episode to discuss the topic of worrying. What does it mean to worry, to stress, to build up anxiety for things that are outside of your control? I felt like this topic would be beneficial and bless someone out there. One of my listeners, I feel, need to hear this conversation. And I was not going to do it tonight. I was going to wait and release it later this week. But I felt the need to put it out there today. So we're going to talk about it. When I started thinking about this, I did a quick Google search on the topic of worrying, and I found a very priceless gem that came up. And many of you have heard the song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. This was a song that was written, you guys can look it up, by a songwriter. It's a reggae song. Bobby McFerrin wrote this song, I believe, around 1988. It's a oldie, but it's a goodie, and it's packed with a lot of just wisdom. And it's a song that's very uplifting. Just the rhythm of it makes you feel better. So I would encourage you, when you have some free minutes, look that up on YouTube or Spotify, whatever your favorite platform is that you consume music, and look up the song, Don't Worry, Be Happy. In this song, he's got some words of wisdom. And one of the bars he talks about, he says, in every life, we have some trouble. But when we worry, you make it double. Now, that was said way back in 1988. And, for those of you that don't believe that old messages, old words, old wisdom still rings true today, that's a prime example of it. Because I see so many people that, you may feel as though you've got something to worry about, but you have an option. The option could be is that you could not worry about it. You could pray about it. You could be happy. You could celebrate in advance for a solution to that problem. But yet we resort to worrying and stressing. And when we do that, we make it twice as bad, because not only are you dealing with the stress of the situation that you don't have a resolution for, but you're also creating discomfort within your body. So you're making it double bad, because you're affecting not only your mental health, but you're affecting your spiritual health as well. So one of the things that I instituted in my life several years ago, and I've always been a laid back guy, but when I started to face things that I could feel myself starting to worry, because I felt my energy get low. I felt the stress of it in my shoulders, and the pressure in my head, and the eyes are burning, because you're just so locked in and focused on a problem that is creating discomfort within your body. So over time, if you don't learn to address it in a different way, it will create inside of your body exactly what it is. If you think about the word disease, that's dis-ease. That is, you're creating this discomfort within your body, and you do that over and over and over again. So think about it. Years of dis-ease. Once you get older in life and your body is not as resilient, it doesn't bounce back as quick as it used to. Now you're stuck with a disease because you've created it over your span of life just by worrying. So when I was thinking about this song, I wanted to look this guy up, Bobby McFerrin. I wanted to see what he looked like. And, at the age of 73, he's got some gray, but a majority of, his hair is still black. His skin is amazing looking. Like, he just looks like he has been well preserved. And if he took his own advice, which I think he did, with this song, I think that's one of the things that has helped him maintain just the youthfulness of his appearance. It's like he looks stress free. Now I don't know the guy, but just from the outside looking in, the song has been a blessing to him, not only in 1988, but in 2023 as well, because he looks great for his age. Another thing that I extracted from this song, because of the time that we live in from a social standpoint, the dating scene, the relationship troubles, we've got, guys saying that they're the prize, and we've got women saying that I'm the prize, and everybody wants to be the prize. And so we've got this pretty much is like a gender war that's created, and it's all surrounding a few issues. You hear the term about the high value man and the high value woman, and I even hear alpha male and alpha woman, which is, we want to categorize every single thing to create this level of superiority between the genders. And it's laughable to think. To me, we're all, capable of being good people. We're capable of adding value to other people and to ourselves. But the need to clarify that I'm the prize, I think, is one of the things that's driving a huge division, and it's creating the idea that, I should take advantage of you before you take advantage of me, or you should, it's just insanity. And we're just creating this stuff ourselves. In this song, the songwriter has another lyric that says, ain't got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make me smile. 'Cause when you worry, your face will frown, and that will bring everybody down. Now, it doesn't get any clearer than that. He said that he doesn't have any money, so therefore he can't buy, style. He can't buy the nice clothes to look a certain way to attract the girl. And therefore, he has no girl that can make him smile. The thought process behind that is present still today, because everything is surrounding money in our society now. There is no focus on values, no focus on like the real quality things of life. Just, giving a genuine compliment, or showing manners, opening the door for someone, or opening the door for a lady, just showing the chivalry that used to be prevalent back in the day, but we're seeing so much less of it nowadays, because it's the egos, it's the statuses, and the celebrity that comes with having money that has shifted people's thinking into the idea that you should do something for me because I am this, or if you don't do something for me, then you won't have me. Everything is conditional based off of money. And as a result of that, we're having so many problems in relationships, because if you don't have it, you hear it on the radio now, and you hear it on the internet, that if you can't do it, I'll find somebody who can. And if you can't take me on a trip, I'll find someone who can. It is mind-boggling that we've created this dynamic between men and women, that your value to me is dependent upon your net worth and your willingness to spend it on me. And as a result, you see, and I by no means am blaming women for it, because it takes two to tango. We've created this dynamic, both parties, both men and women, because men feel as though if they have a lot of money, then they can have a lot of women. And I'm not saying that that's right, but historically, it's true. Because on the flip side of that, a man that buys a woman a lot of stuff can have the woman, because that's the thing that make a lot of women happy, is the material things, the shiny objects, the trips, all the luxury items. And you'll see so many women that are living this lifestyle of abundance, but they're miserable on the inside because money cannot buy the intangible things. They can't buy the support. They can't buy loyalty. And it can't buy just genuine care and concern for the other person. Money cannot do that. All money can do is it can provide some external, temporary satisfaction, and that's all it can do. But we've replaced the desire for those intangible things because we want things that we can touch and things that we can show off to other people, things that we can post on the internet to make ourselves feel good, but really we're still empty on the inside. So to wrap it up, the message, don't worry, be happy, is timeless. I would ask you, why are you worrying? You know, for years, myself included, I've had my thought that money is the answer. And I can tell you this, the money answers a lot of things. It definitely, I can tell you for sure that if you don't have money, then you definitely do not feel good. But the minute that direct deposit hits your account and you see those zeros, you instantly can go from being in a bad mood to being in an amazing mood. So money doesn't make you happy, but the lack of money can make you really sad. I can tell you that from experience. So it's important that you put money in the right perspective. You need to manage it properly when you do get it. Don't allow that feeling of that high that you have when you see the dollar signs. Don't make you so excited that you go and just spend it super fast, and the next thing you know, you're in the negative in your checking account because you spent it so fast simply because you were excited that you got it. So put money in the right perspective. If you struggle from the standpoint of financial literacy, find some educational tools around money. We live in a time where there's a podcast everywhere. I mean, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, there's podcasts focused on money that you can get some education if you desire. If you don't know how to manage it, find you an accountant, find you a personal financial coach that can help you get on the right track, because so much of our worrying comes from money. If everyone had a better relationship with money, there would be less worry. There would be less disease. There will be less suicides. Money is really affecting people. And I challenge you, if you're in a place where you're worrying about money, and you don't know how to get money, I can give you a quick tip that will solve that. But it's going to take some additional legwork on your part to keep it. In the scripture, when I think about it, I heard the writer say, "I am that I am," but then God asked, or Jesus asked, "Who do you say that I am?" He can be anything that you want him to be if your relationship is right. But if your relationship is wrong in your spiritual life, you're going to suffer a lot of setback in every other aspect of your life because you're not aligned properly. You have to get that right connection going, that right relationship. It's the missing piece to everything, but that's the piece that no one focuses on for the most part as a solution. I'm not saying that people don't focus on it, but when it comes down to the solution to the majority of your problems, it's the spiritual imbalance. And if you could just focus on that piece for a second, get that part right, then get the other aspects of your life in better shape, the mental. We've got so many problems, so much trauma from our past that is just bottled up on the inside, and we're carrying it through every stage of our life, never addressing anything. It's just in there. So find an outlet for it. Find you a qualified therapist or counselor that you can talk to correct that. So once you start to address the spiritual piece and you've got the mental piece that you're working out, and you start to unravel some of these knots that you're tied in, both mentally and spiritually, you'll start to see things flow better for you in your life. And then that other piece, the physical piece, a guy told me one time, I was young, I think I was around 15, 16, and a guy told me, he said that you can tell whether a person has money or not by how fast they walk. If they walk slow and they're dragging, then he said they don't probably have any money because there's no urgency, there's no zest, there's no effort being put forward to get to where you need to go and then get back. They're just carefree. But he said that if you saw people that were intentional, they walked in the store fast, got what they needed, and they got back, there were things that they were accomplishing, and they would be more productive because they were able to get more done in their day. And if you just look at people, even in your goings every day, like in the grocery store or at the bank or wherever you go, you'll see some people just have a sense of urgency. They're way more productive and they can get things done. Not only that, they get up earlier. They attack their day instead of sleeping till 10 or 11 o'clock every day. You have to be intentional with your physical exertion of effort. And if you're not, you'll suffer financially as well, because the way you do one thing is the way that you do all things. And so focus on your spiritual, your mental, your physical, and get that financial piece worked out. Get you some education around the financial management. And then you'll start to see that you worry less because you're in better shape in all of those categories. Simply put, the reason you worry is because you're out of shape in all of those categories. Your spiritual life is jacked up. Your mental health is jacked up. Your physical health is bad. Where the obesity, the skinny fat guys, they're everywhere. It's like we have to invest in our health and get that piece in line, because if you're not healthy, you're definitely going to spend some money that you don't have with hospital bills and medications. So all of this stuff plays a role in how you worry and how much peace and joy that you have on this experience called life. So with that, I hope this episode blessed someone. And the next time you're going through it and it seems like the world is on your shoulders, ask yourself, why am I worrying? The solution to everything that you need is already inside of you. I'll say that again. The solution to everything that you need, everything that you're worrying about, is already inside of you. All you have to do is decide to exercise it. And once you decide to exercise it, you need to know how to exercise it. You have to have some faith. It's already inside of you. It's up to you to develop it, though. Instead of worrying about it, you have to believe that it's already worked out in your favor. And if you do that, I guarantee you, you will feel amazing. Not saying that you won't have any doubt, but if you practice this, and it's going to take some time. You don't just decide tomorrow to stop worrying and be 100% in faith, but you've got to start somewhere. So the next time you feel like worrying, instead of doing that, just say thank you that your situation is already worked out. You may not see how it's worked out, but just say thank you anyway, and wait, and you'll see that it'll work itself out. So with that, be blessed. Until next time.